boy. He's Straw, and he's Parker. And together we are the Battle Hammer. Obviously, Straw's not here, it's just me on my own. I'm at my home. And I thought I'd do a little unboxing, because these bad boys have just arrived via the medium of post. Wow, it's raining very heavily outside suddenly. We have got legendary Lucritia and Tituba, and some spirit apparitions. Ooh, ghosty ghosts. These arrived yesterday, so this is pretty much straight as soon as they've been released. So we got some spirit apparitions. As you can see, they're spooky. You get 2 in a box. There's like a long-fingered, evil-looking one, and kind of a more, I guess, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like a naturalistic kind of spirals, almost like bark or something like that. Like vaguely looks like the oh dear, dryads from GW. There's that kind of spirally wispiness about them. But yeah, 2 in a box. I got 2 boxes because I've got some of the old spirit apparitions from like way back, and I'll show you them next to them. So they'll have 2 units of 3, which is super nice, because I think they max units 3, so that'll be cool. So some spirit apparitions there, and we have legendary Lucritia and Tituba. If you read the narrative, if you go onto either the Wayland Games or Wild West Exodus website and look at the narrative behind them, it's proper creepy and unpleasant, and I love it. That's Lucritia and that's Tituba, I think that's the right way around. And something that they didn't really make a big deal about at all, which I was really chuffed with in the box, you also get a hexalith, except it's different to the previous hexalith. It's like a new spiky gemstone looking one, which actually looks a little bit like the ones I made. I mean, obviously much better in every single possible way, but there's definitely a crystal jutting out of the earth kind of vibe with them, so that's cool. I'm not going to unbox them because the boxes are empty, because I've already taken them out of the box, because that's all a bit silly and kind of nonsense. So I've unboxed them. We have got, let's start with these bits. This will be one of the, let's zoom in a bit so you can see a bit better. Here we go. These will be the one of the spirit hosts. Needs a bit of gluing together, lots of spirally goodness. You know what? I'm not even going to show you all the bits. There's bits. One thing I would make you aware of is this spirit apparition. This kind of the spiral boobs. Spirally boobs. Yeah, she doesn't look how I described her at all, actually. It's just those spiral boobs that made me think of dryads from G-dubs. There was a bit of flash I had to remove from various, like these little holes that go through her, but nothing major, nothing that you couldn't handle with. You know what, I mean, I'm going to do it live and direct. I thought I saw a bit. Is that a bit? No, that's her hair. So there's a little bit in there. Can't really see what I'm doing, but that's fine. Go in there with a little knife and then just, there you go, all done. Bit of a scrapey scrape. Job's a good one, but no major issues. No like massive, there's a smidgen there. It's not like there's massive mould lines or anything like that, it's just a little bit of flash to worry about. So just be aware of that before you paint them. Just tiny little bit there. You just go in with a very sharp, fresh blade. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, etc. So I'm going to go and glue these bad boys together. One of the cool things, it's just a silly little thing, when you put the big lady together, she can kind of stand up on her own, which is kind of cool. I don't know why, but that just makes me happy. This hexalith is one piece, which is super nice. I'm really hoping they make these available, if not separately, then as part of a pack that I don't mind buying more than one of, because of course legendary Lucritia and Tituba, not really going to want to be buying multiples of. So I'm hoping that they'll either release this as a separate thing or in another box with some stuff. I don't exactly know what they're going to do, but I love this kind of crystal that's jutting out with these big bulbous pustules ready to explode. So I'm going to go and put them together, and then I'll show what it all looks like done and stuff. See you in a bit. Okie dokie, and we're back. Just done a bunch of building, or assembling, or whatever you want to call it. So let's start with the easiest thing to put together, which was this. It's a hexalith. I love this jagged, kind of crystalline, poking out of the ground look. All at weird angles, super cool. Pustules all over it, so it looks like it's going to pop at any minute. Love it, really good. That's it next to Misty Mims as an example of a scale next to a person. I think definitely want to get some more of these if I can. I imagine they'll release them either separately or as part of another box set, just as long as they're not in a box set that doesn't warrant buying more than once. But super cool. Love to see like 6 of these on the table, all in like really bright, vibrant, glowing, almost glowing red. Spoopy. And here we have legendary Lucritia and Tituba. A little apple she's holding there, which is really nice. Went together really well. I've got a little bit of a gap between the waist and herself there, but no big deal. I pinned everything, because even this I pinned it to the base, because that's how sad I am, because I love pinning things. I actually kind of find it kind of therapeutic. So there are a couple of like this here. That's more because the pin was slightly off, but it's all good. I love the way that she's got her head cocked to one side, looking all sweet and innocent when she's secretly evil. Tituba looks proper nasty looking, like she'd finish you right off. Yeah, looking forward to getting her on the table. Lots of hex bolts in a big threatening hand-to-hand combat package as well, so I think grit 7 and hardy, so re-rolling and durable as far as I remember, so ignoring point of piercing, grit 7 and re-rolling, which is pretty sweet. Of course you can always roll double ones, that's always a thing you can do, especially if you're me. But I think she's going to be a really good secondary hex boss, because she can take units with a hex beast trait, and when she does they can they crit their they crit their taint checks on 9s and 10s, so I'm thinking her with a couple of units of juiced hex beasts would be really nice, stomping across the board. Love it. Here we have some of the, what are they called, spirit apparitions. So I've got 4 here, 2 of the kind of this sculpt and then 2 of this other one. I've got a couple of the older ones that I had left over from back in the day, as it were. So here's kind of the evil with claws. Ooh, very cool. Loving this pose, loving this the scary claw arms. See her next to Misty Mims as a comparison. Loving the pointiness. Paint wise, I'm probably going to see if I can pull off, which will be difficult and tricky. What I would like to do is kind of, you know, do like a zenithal highlight from above, right? I want to do a reverse zenithal, so from below in red, and then like a bright vibrant red, then in a zenithal in a blue, and then somehow either blend them together or maybe do like a weird kind of blue green as a joint colour, because I was going to paint them just red to use in my hex, but now if I want to use them in if not Order, then at least in, if not Warrior Nation, then the new Soul Hunters. I can use them in those because they've got spirit summoning. So I think it might be nice to have them as a non-specific kind of thing, just spooky colours. But we'll see how that goes. I love these, the mouth, the teeth of Nyah. Really, really cool. Went together really nicely. Again, I pinned everything because I do, even the thumb on and the hand on and all that, and the head and the main base and everything, because I pin everything if I possibly can, because that's what I do. Here we've got the other sculpt, which is kind of, this one's definitely more of an evil, like, yeah, kind of a hexy type one. And this one I would argue is kind of more of a traditional, spirity, maybe a Native American kind of vibe to it. I don't know why, just because it looks like more like an actual person, kind of, with some skulls behind it, looking cool. Lots of weird swirls and stuff. Really not sure how well I'm going to be able to do this, but I'm going to give it a go and see if I can pull off something a bit weird and a bit fancy. Wish me luck. And here we've got some of the older sculpts. They're on the base coated, well, primed rather, grey. You've got this kind of weird one which looks like faces and hands and stuff coming out of bleh, like a big swirling mass of bleh. I think the new sculpts knocked this out of the park. Well, that's kind of interesting. I think to bring it up to the standard of the new ones would be basically redesigning it from scratch anyway. One thing I do like though is it doesn't have a front as such, because it's like swirling around, which is pretty cool. So I can use that in one kind of unit, so a unit of 3 like that. And then we've got this other one who's like a reaching out into the sky with a scary face, whoosh. Which I actually really like this one. Don't know why they changed it, but they did, so that's fine. I like him. And then he can be with my other unit. So that gives me 2 units of 3 spirit apparitions to whoosh around the table. 135 points per unit, and they're pretty nasty if they can get into combat. Tool them up with someone with spirit summoning, so they can appear kind of halfway up the table, and all is good. Yeah, I think they look wicked. I think Hex is going to be the next thing I'm going to be working on a lot of. I say working on a lot of, like I've painted anything, but you know what I mean. So yeah, that's it. That's a little unboxing showing you what they look like put together. As I say, loving this. This was a nice little surprise because we didn't know it was in the box until now. She's a wicked legendary boss. Going to be a great support boss, I think. Almost like a distraction card effects. Her and some juiced hex beaks storming up the board, causing havoc wherever they go. Limit 4, that's a thing. Sometimes you want to be able to do just that little extra something. So that'd be good. And some spirits. Ooh. Oops. Well, I'll put some stuff in the doobly-doo down below, so if you want to help out the Battle Hammer, you can. Various ways you can help. Just check us out down in the crotch box. But most importantly, don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked it and want to subscribe. If you don't like it and don't want to subscribe, you don't have to like and subscribe, but we would like it if you liked and subscribed. Until next time, stay hammered. Do 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 do.